Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Hope everybody is doing just splendid today. We've got about 15 minutes until kickoff between the Broncos and the Dolphins. First time streaming the Dolphins this year. I've managed to catch every Broncos game so far this year. It's not by choice or by design. It's just kind of worked out that way. But last time I checked, the Tigers were looking very comfortable against the Warriors. 22-14. So the Warriors have just recently scored. I can actually get that game up. Let's have a look. So, I mean, there's half a chance the Warriors come back and win that one, but I don't think they will. 8-point gap with 6 minutes 45 seconds to go. That is going to be tough. But we'll see. Tigers in possession, they'll break down the left-hand side. This could be a try for the Tigers already, supporting the inside. And as I say that, the Tigers go and score. Mate, the Warriors have been playing... I don't know what's happened. I'll need to obviously see the game back. I don't know what's happened. But the Tigers, they started off well. The Warriors have been elite to start the season. The Tigers are missing Jerome Luai. And in the matchups, I thought the Warriors would be fine. But no, look at the West Tigers. How have they done this? Morning, Finn. Morning. I don't know how the Tigers are suddenly doing this. Crazy. Were there any sin bins as well? Oh, there was a sin bin for Adam Pompey after 18 minutes, but... I mean, that could contribute to it, but... This could be 13 plus for the West Tigers. Damn. Look at Jock Madden go. Look at him go. So he'll be playing for the next 3 or 4 weeks at 6 without Jerome Luai. Hopefully he gets a good run of games. Slots in nicely, we will see. That's a great turnout. That crowd looks pretty good, actually. There's 5 minutes to go in that game. 12-point lead for the Tigers with a kick to come from Jock Madden. Good morning. Hope you well this morning, brother. Got work soon. Have a great day all. Well, thanks for stopping by, sir. Have a splendid day at work. Aren't West Tigers meant to be like Huddersfield, absolute shite? Well, yes and no. Historically, yes. But they've got the makeup of a good team, and they've been slowly building the last couple of years. So it's surprising, but it's not. Okay, against the Warriors, it's surprising. If the Tigers were good this year, it wouldn't shock me that much. But this result in particular does shock me a bit. Obviously, you need to see the game back and have a look at how it's gone. Just love that on Sky Sports they're showing the 2024 semi-final between Hull KR and Warrington. And it's at the point where Joe Burgess may or may not have scored a try. Frustrating. Well, it's short there. And I think he's held up. So... Okay, well, 14-point lead for the Tigers with 4.5 minutes to go. They'll get a fresh set on their own 40. Crazy. Yes, Manly have just sacked Anthony Seibold, actually. They've just done it. Well, a few hours ago. Slight mistake on the graphic. Oh, yes, I have. I meant to do that before. Thank you for reminding me. Because these are 2 different teams after all. Oh, kidding. Thank you very much, sir. Very kind of you. Very kind indeed. You didn't need to do that. Thank you very much. Thank you. Have a splendid day at work. Take no nonsense. Ask for that pay rise. Get that bonus. Don't take no shenanigans. As well, most importantly. But yes, Sophia, Manly have sacked their head coach. Looking at the poll, Broncos, 56% say they'll win after 9 votes. If you're not left a vote, get onto that. If you want to join the Predictions League, there's a link in the description. Get on over. But so far this weekend, with all 3 games that have been played, I've been wrong with all of them. And quite comfortably as well. Comfortably wrong with the Roosters, comfortably wrong with the Tigers, comfortably wrong with Castleford as well. So what a great start. What an absolutely impeccable start to the week for me. Love when it works out that way. Well, it's a quiet start to the stream. It normally is for NRL streams. Normally a quiet start before we get started with the actual game. 10 minutes till kickoff. But hopefully, once we get going, things pick up a bit. Hopefully. We got about 9 minutes or so till kickoff. I'll do a quick run through of the team list now. And then I'll do one before we get started. So in the backs of the Broncos, we have Walsh, Carapani, Staggs, Mariner, Anderson, Mam and Reynolds. The forwards include Jensen, Pakes, Willison, Piacora, Ricky and Carrigan. The bench is Ben Hunt, Tolte, Tafa, Shibasaki, Jaden Hunt and Simu. Head coach is Michael Maguire. In the backs for the Dolphins, we have Tabai Fidel, Isako, Avarillo, Farnworth, Cobo, Nikarima and Katoa. The forwards are Gilbert, Plath, Kafusi, Lemuelu, Finafeyuaki and Knowles. The bench is Schneider, Flegler, Keeley, Stone, Fuller and Molo. Christian Wolf is the head coach. What are your thoughts on Willie Peters going? I think it's a good move for... Only one it doesn't benefit, like from initial instinct for who it doesn't benefit is Hull KR. But it benefits Willie Peters. He'd get a good chunk of money at the Chiefs, and it's tax-free. He gets to start a brand new project, and the Chiefs get a great head coach. So I think it's a good partnership for both, to be honest. I think it's good. For Hull KR, it's going to be interesting having to see how things go with the new head coach. Can they get someone of a good enough quality? Isn't Watson on the coaching staff there? I'm just thinking. Isn't he on the coaching staff? Or am I thinking of someone else? Like, would he take over or would they bring someone else in? And would they still get the same out of Hull Kingston Rovers? That's the thing. But I think it'll be good. I think it'll work out for Mr. Peters and the Chiefs. But we'll see for Hull KR. Okay, how's this game going? Oh, the Tigers are in again. The Tigers are in again with 5 seconds to go. Just to rub salt into the wound. Thanks, Tigers. This is going to be 14-32 with a kick to come from the Tigers. With full time in the other game. Bloody hell. Taruva with his first try for the Tigers this year. Fair enough. Fair enough. Now they get a bit of a luck of the bounce there, unfortunately. But yeah, if anyone's got any exact score predictions for this one, let me know your thoughts. I have gone with the Dolphins to win this one. I'll get you my my numbers. Okay. So I said Seagulls 1 to 12. Only thing I got right there was the try scorer in Total Cooler. Warriors, I said 13 plus. Did Leka Halasima even score a try? That's who I backed. No. He didn't. And then for this one, Dolphins to win by 1 to 12, 22-18. Try from Katoni Staggs. I think the reason why I've gone with Staggs is with this kind of matchup, Staggs always he always gets this second wind to him late in games and always shows this insane level of energy for this kind of matchup. So I'm just kind of thinking he's going to come up with something at some point. I still think the Dolphins are the better side, but I can picture Katoni Staggs in my head scoring and going absolutely mental. Okay, well, it's full time between the Warriors and the Tigers get it done 13 plus. Bloody hell. Wrong again. Smart to think 2 ex-Super League coaches on the 9 AM game. Oh yeah, true. Very true. They've learnt at the better league and they've gone to the worst league to help out the teams that really need the assistance. It's very kind of them. Very nice. Yeah, technically Wigan vs Saints. So who do I hate more on this one? Good question. Looking at the poll, 15 votes, 67% say the Dolphins will win. The Broncos will win this one. I assume most of the people in here will be Broncos fans. Why am I getting this email? I don't know why I'm getting this email from someone. That's okay. Interesting. I get some weird emails. Some really, really weird emails. I got one recently, actually. From Lillian, who said, my dear greetings to you. I crave your indulgence at this mail coming from somebody you have not known before. And then goes on to say there is 17,200,000 American dollars. My husband has an account with the African Development Bank Benin Republic, of which I am next of kin. And goes on to basically say, could you help me with it? You can get some of it. Like, people are still out there doing emails like that. Really? What do you take me for? What do you take me for? It is not a fool. It better not be a fool. I've got about 2 minutes till kickoff. This game on Sky, by the way, is on Sky Sports Action. Lovely. Always nice when it's on Sky. Just on Wordle and got it. How did it go? How quickly did you get it, though? That's the thing. How quickly did you do it? Well, as long as you do it, then you've done it. You can say you're a winner either way. Okay, we've got a few minutes to go. First attempt. Damn, okay. Look at you go. Look at you go. We've got a minute or so until kickoff. Well, there's normally a few minutes over the start time in the NRL. There's always some kind of shenanigans that makes it go over. Just kind of want to get this game started. I was up early for the F1 practice. I kind of watched like 15 minutes of each one, and then just went back to bed. I thought, you know what, I'll see what's going on. I was going to stick with both of them, but then I just thought, let's just keep getting some more sleep. And here I am. So, I am still questionable over whether I'm going to do the 2 Super League games later, because I'm not out today. I originally was. But since I'm not out anymore, I might do a dual stream for the games later. But you'll only really know till later in the day if I choose to do it. So I'll think about it, I'll make the graphics, I'll prepare for it, but then I'll only really schedule it later in the day. But we'll see. So the Broncos are entering the field. That is a quality crowd. I love seeing full crowds for the Rugby League. Love it. Great crowd. The Dolphins are out. The Broncos are out. We're moments away from kickoff. If you haven't voted on the poll, get your votes in. 30 votes. 63% say the Broncos are going to win this one. So of the 6 times they've played, the Broncos have won 5. Right, I'm going to end this poll. 31 votes, 65% say the Broncos to win. The Dolphins will kick off in a second. See how Morgan Knowles gets on today as well. And we are underway. The Dolphins will kick to the Broncos. Underneath it is Reece Walsh, hands it off to Corey Jensen, and he takes it up towards the 10. Push back a couple metres. So they are 5 out from their own try line, 15 seconds gone. Next carry from Jordan Ricky over the 10. Quick defensive line speed. That's 20 gone. Second tackle. Willison in place of Payne Haas today. Just shy of the 20. 3 tackles gone plus 30 seconds. Walsh with a carry. Strong shot onto Reece Walsh. And now over the 30 with Brendan Piacora. Good to see him back as well. Last tackle for the Broncos, who made 32 metres. Left to Walsh. Very dangerous kicker, but plenty of distance on this. Tabai Fidel underneath it, collects 15 out from his own line. He takes it over the 20, and he'll play this about 25 out from his own try line, with 1 minute now gone. Katoa will hand the ball off to Isako. He'll play this for Plath over his own 30. Cobbo with the latest carry and a 6 again for ruck infringement for the Dolphins. Plath waiting at dummy half. Just left of centre field. Goes down the left-hand side to Herbie Farmworth with a carry up towards halfway and slightly inside Broncos territory. Minute and a half gone. Second tackle now in centre field with Gilbert. Thank you, Mr. Gilbert. Couple tackles to go for the Dolphins. Right to Isaiah Katoa. He will switch back to Kulakefu Finafeoaki. 1 minute 45 gone. 2 tackles remaining. Just over 30 metres out. Plath now in centre field with Knowles. Across to Katoa. Now Nikarima. Steps back inside. And again gets an offload back to Katoa. Goes at the line himself. Just over the 30. 2 minutes gone. Last tackle for the Dolphins. Plath will go left to Nikarima with a chip towards the back left. Cobbo looking to go up, collects it. Can he find an offload? Yes, he can to Tabai Fidel. Offloads it back towards centre field with a bounce. Nicely enough for Katoa. Gets a kick cross field, or towards the back right, I should say. Collected by Sarko. Can't quite get the offload. 15 out from the try line. Not the best ender set there from the Dolphins, but good territory, and they could pin the Broncos back at the moment. Karapani with the first carry up towards the 20. 2.5 minutes gone. Rick, good morning, or good evening for you. Hey lads, hope your day's been a good one. Let's go Broncos. Well, it's going alright. I had an early start for the F1 practice this morning, but I'm good. A little bit tired, but I'm good. Raring to go. I'm looking forward to this game. Carrigan in centre field. Taking it inside Dolphins territory. 3 minutes gone. 2 tackles remaining. Up towards their 40. Reynolds down the right-hand side. Back inside. Hospital pass, really, but it bounces nicely for Walsh. Takes it up towards the 20. He's still going. Couple steps towards the left-hand side. Over the top. Mariner can't quite shrug off Isako as the defender. 20 metres out near the left touchline. But they get a 6 again. Walsh. Now Willison. Back onto the 20 and just over it. Slightly left of the posts. 3.5 minutes gone. Patrick Carrigan. With a bit of space behind the ruck up towards the 10. Second tackle. Corey Pakes left of the post. Goes short side left with a 6 again for the Broncos. Again, Walsh. Gets an offload for Willison. Space through centre field. Now 5 out between the posts. Great chance for the Broncos here. And another 6 again. Dolphins got to be careful. Could find a sin bin soon. Reynolds out the back to Mam. Kicks the ball through. Staggs is there. Pushes the ball on. Collects it midair. Puts the ball down. This is going to be checked by Ashley Klein. I did back Tony Staggs anytime. Dolphins to win and Staggs anytime. That's what I went with. No try given on field, but the bunker will check. Doesn't believe he regains possession. I'm going to strongly disagree with that call. Oh. Ah, right. This crowd's not going to be happy. This crowd is convinced it's a try, and I don't think it's going to be a try. Because he has to re-grip the ball, and he doesn't. He just puts his hand on top of it and grounds it, but I think he's got to re-grip it. I think that, for me, that's fine. Generally speaking, like, that should always be fine. But the rules might be weird about this. Not sure what they're going to say here. Okay. Alright, it looks like it's going to be a try. For me, that's always fine. Like, if it was simultaneous grounding, so after he obviously touches it and then it's simultaneous, then you can say knock on for that one. But if he's made contact with the ball prior to it then being grounded, I think for me that's fine. Because I'd hate for my team to have a moment like that and it's not called as a try. But yeah, there we go. The Broncos will take the lead. First try of the game from Tony Staggs. I did back him anytime try scorer, as I said. Just had the feeling. Well, I was wrong with the other 2 games, so chance to be 0 for 4 so far this weekend. Can't wait. Say try, but a little biased. That's alright sometimes. It's alright sometimes. Don't worry about it. There we go. Tony Staggs with the latest try. Or the first try of this game, I should say. Latest try. What am I on about? And the kick from Reynolds is no good. Oh dear, oh dear. What are you doing? Nice kick through from Ezra Mam as well. Cobbo got a touch on the ball. Well, 5 minutes gone. Broncos with a 4-point lead. I'm going to get back underway in a second. And we do. Dolphins kick back off to the Broncos. I was going to say Dolphins again then. Jensen with a carry up towards a 10. Just over 5 minutes gone. Pakes hands it off to Ricky. With a carry through centre field. Now 15 out from his own line in centre field. Second tackle. Pakes now with Willison. Down the left edge. Over the 20. Dolphins could do the response soon because this crowd will get behind the Broncos. Technically still sort of a home crowd for the Dolphins as well, but they'll need to shut down the Broncos soon and answer back. But Walsh with a carry up towards the halfway line. Last tackle, 49 metres gain. It's now with Adam Reynolds under pressure, gets a kick away. Plenty of height on this one. Tabai Fidal collects cleanly, met immediately by Ezra Mam. Jordan Ricky's there to help out. He stopped on the 20. 6 minutes almost gone. Cobbo with the first carry of this set. And the whistle's blown. Okay, it's a knock-on from Cobbo. Okay. Well, that just went straight past my eyes. Okay. So it's going to be Broncos ball 25 metres out. Could have gone either way, but was great play. Deserved to be called a try. I agree. I agree. He makes contact before it touches the ground. I think that's completely fine. So we've had 6.5 minutes gone so far. Fresh set of 6 for the Broncos. Now 20 metres out. Willison taking the latest carry through centre field. Pakes waiting at dummy half. He goes right to Carrigan. Across to Reynolds. Ball out the back to Mam. He's met by Cobbo, who jams out the line. Good defensive work there from Selwyn Cobbo. Pakes right at the post. Goes left to Corey Jensen. Over the 10. Broncos now about 6 metres out. Slightly right of the post. 7 minutes gone. Pakes goes left to Carrigan. Now to Reynolds, across to Walsh. Met by Avarillo, brought down 11 metres out left of the post. Good defensive work. Oh, sorry, that was Finifewaki, my bad. Or it might have been Avarillo, actually. Shifting it right. Quick hands from Staggs. Wayward out the back for Grant Anderson. And knocks on into touch. So a bit of relief there for the Dolphins. Bit of relief there. So we've had 7.5 minutes gone. Best territory so far. Definitely gone in the way of the Broncos right now. But as I said before, the Dolphins could do with answering back soon. Not letting this game get away from them because the crowd will be ruthless. But first carry for the Dolphins with Jermaine Asako making some good meters there. After contact, Kafusi with the latest carry. A few meters shy of his own 40. Almost 8 minutes gone. Next carry from Morgan Knowles. Go on, Morgan. Go on, lad. So that's 8 minutes gone. 3 tackles remaining. Switch back for Herbie Farmworth over the halfway line. Former Broncos player as well. Don't forget. 2 tackles remaining. Just over 40 metres out inside Broncos territory. Now with Gilbert and a 6 again for ruck infringement for the Dolphins. Up towards a 30. He'll play this for Plath. Right to Knowles. Fakes the handoff to Kafusi on his right, but takes the carry himself. 8.5 minutes gone. Second tackle, just over 20 metres out. Now with Kafusi, make that 15. Just over 10. 3 tackles remaining. Plath, right of centre field. Goes short side right to Tabai Fidel. Switches back to Avarillo. Hit by Piacora. Just inside the 10. 2 tackles to go. Plath. Left to Knowles. Across to Katoa. Nikarima with all the space in the world. Somebody took a bite of that apple and went into the lead runner. I need to see that one again. Because there was acres of space. Acres. And that land is worth millions. But let's have a look at this one again. Was it Reynolds that bit into the lead runner there? Reynolds squared up against Lemuelu. Yeah, the bunker's going to have a look, but Lemuelu's running a straight line. I mean, that's frustrating. No, the thing is, nobody moves. Nobody moves out the way for that. Reynolds, for me, has also committed to the lead runner. This will be overturned. Great to have Piacora back starting. We missed his defence, but that was poor. It was poor. I disagree with a lot of obstruction calls. There was one yesterday for the Castleford-Bradford game that was just so bad. Like, there was a clear obstruction in the play, but at no point was that space used at all. The actual line break was miles away from where the obstruction was. So it's going to be a penalty for the Broncos. Yeah, they won't give it, unfortunately. 9 minutes gone. Penalty for the Broncos. They'll kick to touch. Rules getting a little technical in the NRL. They want the head body to have a look at a few of these. Yeah, could be worth with a few tweaks. But, you know, when you're trying to switch some things up, sometimes you have to make some mistakes to, you know, learn how to correct them. You can't always get them right from the off. Pia Cora with a carry over the 40. A few metres shy of halfway. Pakes at dummy half. Now in centre field with Willison's strong shot there from Morgan Knowles. But he still drags a few defenders inside Dolphins territory. 9.5 minutes gone. Pakes right to Carrigan. Fakes the ball out the back but takes the carry up towards the Dolphins 40. 2 tackles to go in this set. Pakes over on the right. Left to Reynolds in centre field. Flat ball to Willison. Nearly finds a break. 25 metres out. Last tackle. Short side left to Ezra Mam. Chips towards the back left. Isako underneath it. Contest there from Mariner. I think that's a knock-on from Mariner. It is a Brisbane knock-on, and that is 10 minutes gone. They want the game faster, I understand, Rob, but that was Reynolds' choice to come up to the line. It's 50-50. Yeah, no one moves. I think, for me, if Reynolds is making the decision to shift across, and he's then impeded by Lemuelu, I'm okay to say that's obstruction because he's making the correct read. For me, Reynolds has made the wrong read. Like, neither player's changing the line. I don't know. Maybe it is obstruction. It's tough. It is tough. Out the back to Katoa. He kicks on the 4th tackle from behind the 40. Good distance and angle, but Karapani was ready to read that one years ago. With a strong carry up towards the 30. 11 minutes gone. Broncos in possession. Starting the set in good territory. It's now with Grant Anderson. Down the right edge of the park. Making about a metre or so. He will play this for Reynolds. He goes right to the try scorer, Katoni Staggs. With a carry short of the halfway line. But he's pushed back about 8 metres or so. And the latest carry from Anderson up towards the 40. Back towards centre field to Patrick Carrigan. Straight into Knowles. Plenty of defenders there to shut him down. But actually just drag him further up the field. And he'll play this inside Dolphins territory. Last tackle, short side right to Reynolds. There's a chase here from Ricky. Tabai out underneath it. On the 10. Straightens up with the first carry. And he'll play this about 15 out from his own line. 12 minutes gone. Nikarima goes left to Cobbo. The next carry over the 20. Nikarima hands it off to Isako with the latest carry up towards a 30. 3 tackles remaining. Plath, now Farnworth. Still going direct through centre field at the moment. 2 tackles to go. And it's going to be a penalty for the Dolphins. Hopefully Mr. Farnworth is okay. I think his head might have landed a bit strongly into the ground. Are they saying there's a tip there? Dangerous tackle. So it's going to be a penalty for the Dolphins. They can get up the field now. Apply a bit more pressure onto the Broncos. A kick into touch from Isaiah Katoa. I've been really impressed with Katoa's development and improvement over the last few years. Shoulder on the replay. Maybe, maybe not. 'Tis a debate. But the Dolphins with a fresh set, 13 minutes gone. 40 out, make that 30. Gilbert will play this for Plath. In centre field, and a 6 again for the Dolphins. Great chance to respond here. Finifeyuaki with a strong run. Lands on his front, looking for a quick play of the ball. Now with Plath. Left to Knowles, across to Nikarima. Out the back to Farnworth. Leverage on the outside of Katoni Staggs. Off to Cobbo in the corner. Tries to get an offload, but they just shut that one down. We do have a player down, apparently. It's Anderson holding his inner thigh. Or his something. I think there was very limited space. In hindsight, maybe the right call would have been either Farnworth taking the carry himself or trying to step back inside. But I think there was half a chance there and it was worth having a go. 14 minutes gone. Broncos now in possession. With Dean Mariner just shy of his own 20 over on the left edge of the park. Anderson still getting a bit of treatment. Getting his inner thigh wrapped up. Well, not just the inner thigh. It's the whole thigh, really. It's part and parcel of the thigh. But he's getting it wrapped up either way. You know what I meant. Pakes in centre field. Left to Walsh with a kick from behind the 40. A lot of distance on this. But the angle is not there. It's just direct. Collected on the try line by Tabai Fidel. Good chase from Carrigan. He bumps off one. And Tabai Fidel will play this just over the 10. Isako fakes the handoff to Farnworth. Takes the carry himself over the 20. Avarillo waiting at dummy half. Nearly 15 minutes gone. Big fan of Herbie though. It's a great centre. He is. Incredible. I think top two centres in the world would be Crichton and Farnworth, in my opinion. Farnworth with the next carry. Lands on his front as well. Up towards the 40. Gets a quick play of the ball for Plath. Hands it off to Gilbert with a carry just over halfway. Last tackle for the Dolphins. Good meters on this set. It's now with Isaiah Katoa. Kicks from halfway. Plenty of height on this one. Karapani underneath it. Yeah, the ball was slightly too high for Cobbo. I still think maybe if it was an accurate ball to the chest, it would maybe still not enough space there, but you never know. 15 and a half minutes gone. Walsh with a carry up towards his own 20. Now down the right edge with Katoni Staggs, just shy of the 30. 4 defenders in the tackle to stop him. 3 tackles to go. A scoot from Ricky from dummy half. Good meters. Strong carry over the 40. With 2 tackles remaining. Plays it for Pakes. Back towards centre field to Adam Reynolds. Fakes the switch back to Willison. Across to Mam. Then across to Karapani with room to run. Isaiah Katoa is across. Karapani cuts back inside. Still moving. Has plenty of support around him, but there's a lot of Dolphins players as well. Good stuff there from the Broncos. Last tackle, they made 72 metres. A kick across from Ezra Mam. Interception from Selwyn Cobbo. Well done, Selwyn. That was a well-placed kick for Staggs and for Anderson over on the right-hand side. But Selwyn Cobbo swoops in to take possession of the ball. Tabai Fidel with a carry stopped on his own 10. 16 and a half minutes gone. Second tackle, Plath goes right to Avarillo. Takes a carry down the right edge. Nearly lands on his front then. Gets a quick play of the ball for Plath as well. Hands it off to Finifeuaki. Over the 30 and a few extra metres. Good carry there. Yeah, Addison is still good at the moment, I think. Shifting it left to Katoa. Now Nikarima. Early spread here from the Dolphins on the 4th tackle. Over halfway with Harnworth. Herbie Farnworth. Wow. Harnworth. You knew what I meant. 23 minutes to go in this half. Nikarima with a play down the short side and no one is there to read it. Back heel from Farnworth. What an absolute shocking end to the set from the Dolphins. What an absolutely abysmal end to the set. Willison with a carry over halfway, just inside Dolphins territory. Gifting field position to the Broncos. Walsh now in centre field, across to Piacora. Up towards the 40. Lands on his front, plays for Pakes. 3 tackles to go, Carrigan. Out the back to Reynolds. Doesn't give the ball out the back. He's then brought down 35 metres out in centre field. Pakes waiting at dummy half. Now with Corey Jensen over the 30. 18 minutes gone. 22 minutes to go in the first half. Left to Walsh with a chip towards the back left. Good height on this one. Could be a tough contest, but it's out on the full. At least I think it was out on the full. It looked like it. Might have just bounced in field. Apparently it did bounce in field first. So it's not a penalty for the Dolphins. That's good stuff there. Absolute mess at the end of that set from the Dolphins. Absolute mess. But Isako with the first carry of this set makes a couple metres. And a carry down the right edge from Avarillo, making an extra 10 or 11. Second tackle, Finifeuaki over the 30. He makes another 10 or so. Good meters early in this set. 3 tackles to go in this one as well. Plath, left to Knowles in centre field. Straightens up with a carry. just shy of halfway. 21 minutes to go. 2 tackles remaining. Plath goes left to Katoa. Out the back to Nikorima. Then to Farnworth. Steps back inside. Nearly finds a bit of room. Good recovery from Staggs and Ricky. And a 6 again for the Dolphins. Ricky just couldn't get off Farnworth then. So fresh set of 6 for the Dolphins. 20 metres out. In centre field, Plath. Now with Gilbert. Over the 20, just shy of the 10. Dolphins have been willing to shift the ball around as well so far in this game, but it's left to Katoa. Straightens up. Knowles taking out off the ball there. But a 6 again for inside the 10. Plath goes right to Knowles. Shifting down the right edge, takes a carry. Now 4 or 5 metres out, right to the posts. Plath launches it left to Katoa, then to Nikorima. Across to Farnworth, steps back inside. Gets the flick on back to Nikorima. He fakes the switch back to Gilbert. Hands the ball off. Flat ball to Finifewaki, but Ashley Klein will call it as forwards. 20 minutes gone. 20 minutes to go in the first half. Forward from Nikorima. Let's have a look at this again. Was it forwards? That's close. It's maybe just forwards, but that's very close. Scrum for the Broncos on their own 10. 6 again-a-thon for the Finns. Just a bit. Just a bit. 19 and a half minutes to go in the first half. Broncos just over their own 10. Dolphins could do with a good defensive set here. Ricky with the next carry. Through centre field over the 20. Good carry there. Second tackle. Slow play the ball and a 6 again for ruck infringement. Katoni Staggs with space behind the ruck. 71 completion for the Dolphins, 92 for the Broncos. Anderson with a carry. A few metres shy of halfway. 19 minutes to go and 4 tackles to go in this set. Pakes now in centre field with Reynolds. Across to Walsh. Flat ball to Piacora. Inside Dolphins territory. Flegler watching on from the sidelines. He'll be a huge impact sub, hopefully. Left to the Broncos. Left to Walsh. Cutting back inside on the 30. Brought down. 2 tackles to go. And another 6 again for ruck infringement. In centre field with Carrigan. Flat ball to Corey Jensen. Oh my god, apologies. 18 and a half to go. 20 metres out. Carrigan, now with Mam. Across to Mariner. Couple steps back towards the centre field. Still going. Shrugs off another defender. Can he? Not quite. Stopped by Lemuelu. Plays it for Pakes on the second tackle. Reynolds, flat ball to Ricky. Bursts through the line, but is stopped 2 metres short right at the post. Pakes goes at the line himself. I think he was held up there. That's a great effort if he's got that down, but really good defensive stop. Klein is saying held up. 18 minutes to go. 2 tackles remaining in this set for the Broncos. Pakes will play this on the 10, just right at the post. Mam, centre field with Reynolds. Across to Walsh. Ball over the top for Karapani to run onto. Great ball. Cracking finish in the corner. What a finish that is from Josiah Karapani. What a ball from Walsh, first of all. Floating ball over the top. Karapani didn't have to break stride at all. Collects it beautifully. Great finish in the corner. Quality. What a ball. In stride for Karapani. Let's have a front-facing look at this. What a ball. I think that grounding's okay. Can we get a slow-mo? I think it's good anyway, but I just want to see a slow-mo. But I'm pretty sure that is good. What a finish. But this will be 8-0 with a kick to come. Dolphins have had some good territory, but they just need to find some points off the back of it. They've been close. They've been close. Well, the Broncos with an 8-0 lead. Oh, they're going to check it. They are checking it. Oh, simultaneous. He's in touch. Simultaneous grounding between... Well, simultaneous between the grounding and foot in touch. So it's going to be no try. That's chalked off. What a ball, though, from Walsh. Good effort from Karapani. Really good effort. I thought he got that down well before. I think it's because we thought like his body hit the ground after the grounding, not just his foot. So I think it looked like, at least to me anyway, that he was fine. But Dolphins now in possession. On their own 10, just over it with Isako. Thomas Flegler is back on. Go on, Thomas, lad. I loved watching him for the Broncos a few years back. Hopefully he can stay fit. Willison leading the VB Harden Index. Led by 4 Broncos players, but the Dolphins, now with Farnworth, he plays it for Plath. Space behind the ruck. If he got an offload for Gilbert then, that would have been huge. 2 tackles to go. Nikarima, now with Knowles, over the halfway line. Just inside Broncos territory. Last tackle. They go out the back to Nikarima with a kick on the last. Don't know why they didn't go to Katora on that one. Good chase here by Cobbo. Oof, hits Grant Anderson and he holds his knee immediately. Oh dear. Game has been stopped. I don't know whether this is going to be a penalty. If there's anything wrong with the tackle. Oof. Close game again. Yeah, Flegler, great player. Great to see him back. He was, he and Haas were quality when they were playing together, starting together in the front row. What a front row that was. I'm trying to think who was at 9 then. I think it was Walters still playing at 9. Where is he these days? Walters. Is having a poor night, Anderson? Yes, he is. Is there an option off the ground? I'm not sure where Simu plays. I'm not sure if he's an option for the back line, but Shibasaki's there at the very least. They can just move. They can put Mariner over onto the right wing and then Shibasaki back to left centre. Okay, so Reynolds is trying to argue with the ref about tackles below the knee, but the referee, Ashley Klein, is saying it's only illegal below the knee with a third man into the tackle, but since it's a one-on-one tackle, the rule doesn't apply. Walters will be back after a few more games. Came back from ACL last year's semis. Right, okay. I was liking what Walters was doing last year, because when the Broncos started... there was that game against Melbourne where they lost Mam and Reynolds, like, in the same play. And I still think they went on and lost that game. I think they got battered, actually. It was like 34-2, something like that. But for the few weeks since then, they had, like, Walters in the halves with Walsh and some other changes in the spine, and they just made it work. Like, they just switched on from nowhere. And they just... Like, Walters was looking really comfortable in the spine, in the halves especially. But Shibasaki will come on for Anderson. Not sure if Shibasaki's going to play on the right wing. He might do. It's going to be Mariner with the next carry. So yeah, what I'd do is put Mariner right wing, Shibasaki left centre. I think that's what they might do here. But it's the third tackle, Carrigan, with a carry over the 30, or the 20, sorry. Gets an offload for Pakes as well, now with Mam. Up towards the 13, just over it. Really miss Walters, very underrated. Started as a halfback, then was a great hooker. Well, fair enough. That explains the competence then. 16 and a half to go. Willison look for an offload, can't quite get one. Last tackle coming up. Just over the 40, left to Walsh. Inside pressure from Gilbert. Times that well enough, in my opinion, but gives the penalty. What's wrong with that, really? He cannot time that any better. Right, it's because he doesn't rap. Okay, fair enough. Silly stuff. Silly stuff. Yeah, timing's completely fine. Walsh being a cheeky bugger, making Flegel laugh with a mock fight. Can't be doing that, Reese. Can't be doing that. So the Dolphins, they're in this game, but it feels like they want to throw it away. They just need to be clean for about 5 or 10 minutes, and I think they could probably respond and or take the lead. They just need to be clean for about 5 or 10 minutes. So Reynolds will kick to touch from the Broncos 30, and they'll start a fresh set about 25 metres out. Mariner is waiting for a ball, gets one, hands it off to Katoni Staggs. Again, the only try scorer in this game. 16 minutes to go. Now with Talty. He's going to take the first carry of this set just shy of the 20. Pakes waiting in centre field at dummy half. Left to Reynolds. Switches back to Corey Jensen. Now 15 metres out in centre field. Pakes left to Reynolds. Flat ball to Piacora. 5 or 6 metres out over near the left touchline. Pakes back towards the middle to Ezra Mam. Across to Reynolds. Out the back to Patrick Carrigan. And he'll take this just shy of the 10. 15 and a half to go, just less. 2 tackles remaining. Plays for Pakes. He goes right to Reynolds. Back inside to Talty. Stop 5 out right at the post. Last tackle for the Broncos. Pakes launches it left to Reynolds. Kicks the ball through. Chases it. He's got a bit of space here to dive over. Adam Reynolds. The old man. Found a bit of second wind for this one. Kicks through. Space just opened up. The Red Sea parted. Collected the ball. Finds the line. Dolphins' discipline and some of the mistakes they've been making have just been helping the Broncos get back up the field or not applying enough pressure. Reynolds with a moment of brilliance. This will likely be 10-0 in a second, actually. Kicks close enough to the sticks. Look at Reynolds go. Nice little kick through. Pops up nicely for him. Tabai Fidel there. So is Asako. But they can't stop him. Adam Reynolds with the try. Look at that. 10-0 coming up for the Broncos. It is only 8, but they should get the kick. Well, nice little general. Did this last year with a couple of great chip and chases. He is one for those. He doesn't mind a chip and chase. There's 14 minutes to go in the first half. Chance for him to convert his own try. Let's see if he can get this one. And he does. That is an important kick there. Extending the lead. $13 minutes and 45 seconds to go. Get back underway in a second. Okay. So 13 minutes, 45 seconds to go in this first half. Dolphins kick off shortly. Morgan Knowles is on report. Not sure what for. Anderson is done for the day. So are you watching Parramatta very close this year? Pezzett replaces Renault next year. Yes, very true. Very true. Forgot about Pezzett. And off the kickoff, already a penalty for the Broncos. Dolphins, mate. So Grant Anderson is done for the day, unfortunately, with a knee injury. So crusher tackle there on Jensen. I think Jensen's having a good year. Normally, I think sometimes he's been overshadowed by Payne Haas. But Jensen's been doing a good job this year. Never forget the bunny thought Reynolds was cooked over 4 years ago. Look at him now. Look at him now. 13 minutes and 10 seconds to go in the first half. Ricky with a strong carry over his own 40. Second tackle, Pakes. Now it's Talty. Over halfway. Good carry. Really good carry. 13 to go. 3 tackles remaining. 45 metres out. Pakes right to Carrigan. Out the back to Walsh. Trying to bump off Nikarima. Can he? Eventually brought down just over the 40. Now with Carrigan. Up towards the 30 and just over it. Last tackle for the Broncos. Centre field with Reynolds. Chips. Bit of spin on this one as well. Tough take for Tabuai-Fidow. Does take it cleanly. And returns it up towards his own 10. Was looking for a flick on then for a second. Gets a quick play of the ball for Katoa. He hands it off to Isako. Trying to get around one. Line break here for Isako. Support from Avarillo. Just hands the ball off. Can he break through? Mam is chasing. We've got a foot race. Taps the ankles. Falls to ground. Can get back up. Falls over again. Couldn't quite recover properly. Up towards the 20. What a tackle from Ezra Mam. Now with Farnworth. Over the 20. 15 metres out. Great chance for the Dolphins. Up towards the 10. Look for an offload. Gets one. Now with Tabuai-Fidow. 5 metres out. In centre field. A few metres away. Just in front of the left post. 3 tackles remaining. Gilbert with the latest carry. And a 6 again. Inside 10 from the Broncos. Surely the Dolphins could do something here. 5 out. It's with Flegler. In front of the left post. A couple metres away. Plath launches it right to Isaiah Katoa. He switches back to Finifeuaki. Barreling run through. Bumps off one defender. In between the sticks. A metre or 2 short. Plath will play this. Or Plath will be at dummy half. Goes right to Katoa. Across to Tabuai-Fidow. Cut out ball for Isako. What a beauty that is. It was a 6 again anyway. Of course it was. But what a ball from Tabuai-Fidow. Beautiful. Beautiful. The Dolphins will finally answer back. Great break from Isako in the first place. Getting the flick onto Avarillo. I thought Avarillo... I know Mam is quick, but I thought Avarillo was rapid and would have been fine there. But well done, Ezra Mam. Clipping the legs. Avarillo tries to get up, but then falls over again. Try is confirmed. But the Dolphins finally get a bit more pressure up the other end of the field. And they put something together. That's a great ball from Tabuai-Fidow. So it is now 10-4 with a kick to come. Queensland always values experience. New South Wales throws in a young, fit guy. That's the difference. Maybe. Maybe. Somebody that I would like to see get a call-up for Queensland, who's unfortunately not going to get one, because Hunt is an option in the halves, Munster is there, Dearden's there as well, is Braden Trindle. I'd love to see Braden Trindle get a call-up. It ain't going to happen, but I'd love for it to happen. I think he's one of the most underrated halfbacks in the competition. And I'd take him at my club any day of the week. Any day. And the fitness of the Broncos sort of shines. Well, I guess we'll see. We will see how they get on. Tough kick for Isako right next to the touchline. And the kick from Jermaine Isako is curving a lot. Off the post and in. Off the post and in. Very nice choice. And also think Piakura has what it takes to be in Origin. I think he does too. I would also like to see William Kennedy get a shot for New South Wales. You know, I was always one for Pappenhausen. Like, I was a big Pappenhausen fan. The thing is, like, Tedesco is, like, he's so undervalued. Like, I know he had that one off year. I think that was 2024. But he was... First game in Origin was awful. But then second game, third game, and the rest of the season, he was quality. Dolphins up towards their own 20. 9 minutes and 15 seconds ago. But I'd love to see someone like Kennedy get a chance. And Trindle get a chance as well. A great offload for Finifeuaki down the right edge. Up towards his own 40. 3 tackles to go. Dolphins on the front foot here. Avarillo down the right-hand side. Up towards halfway. 2 tackles remaining with 9 minutes to go as well. Plath. Left to Keeley. Or that might be Stone, actually. My bad. It is short side right to Isaiah Katoa on the last. Walsh underneath it. So is Tabai Fidel. It is the hammer that knocks on. But it's going to be Broncos ball on their own 10, 8.5 minutes to go. Reed Marnie was one that I always thought would get a chance at some point. But the problem is when Ben Hunt's done, you'd imagine that Dearden would probably start at hooker. Probably. So, carry here from Katoni Staggs. 8 minutes and 10 seconds to go in the first half. Only 4-point lead now for the Broncos. It's going to be Dean Mariner with the latest carry. Stopped just shy of his own 30. 8 minutes remaining with 3 tackles to go for the Broncos in centre field. And a carry taking him just short of the 40 with Talty. Pakes. A Walsh 40-20 attempt here possibly. This will have the distance for sure. Definitely not the angle though. Collected by Tabai Fidel. Hands it off to Selwyn Cobbo. And he'll carry this up towards his own 20. That was lucky. I've seen Fidel grab them out of the hands and score many times. Yes, he has. He's quite annoying for some in that situation. Zach Lomax was one for that as well. It'd be good to see Zach Lomax back in the NRL. But he was one for that. He'd nick the ball from you all the time. All the time. 7 minutes 20 to go. Flegler with a carry through centre field over the halfway line inside Broncos half with 2 tackles remaining. 45 metres out. Plath goes left to Katoa. Flat ball to Lemuelu. Makes about 10 metres there. 35 out. 7 minutes to go. Last tackle. It's with Katoa. Puts a bit of height on this one. It's going to come down about 10 metres out. Walsh goes up. Knocks on. Collected by Lemuelu. Offloads the ball to Isaiah Katoa. Space down the right-hand side. Chance here for Avarillo. Cuts back inside. Doesn't give it to Isako. Still shifting though. Still shifting over the 10. The ball pops out. And they're going to say, I think, first knock on from the Broncos. Reece Walsh. Wow, that's twice now. Harnworth and Walsh wants a challenge. He is convinced. Punched out forward. I thought he was complaining about the bit before. Interesting from Walsh there. But we've got 6 minutes to go in the first half. Chance for the Dolphins to equalise or even take the lead here. And they've got a scrum 10 metres out over near the right touchline. Isako will feed the ball in. Plath goes left to Katoa. Goes at the line himself. Now about 8 metres out between the sticks. 5 minutes, 45 seconds to go. Plath right to Molo. And he'll be stopped a metre short of the try line, right the sticks. Second tackle. Plays it for Plath. Left to Katoa in centre field. Gives it to Flegler. Reynolds with the tackle on Thomas Flegler. But it's a penalty for the Dolphins. Offside. Of course it is. Crowd's not happy. Yeah, I think somebody did jump on the line there. Ricky, possibly. Yeah, there's a lot of penalties here. But good defence from Reynolds either way. It's going to be Stone with the first carry. 5 metres out between the sticks. 5 minutes to go. And another 6 again. Plath hands it off to Molo. Right at the post. He stopped a metre or 2 shy. Plath. Left to Isaiah Katoa. Across to Nicarima. Bobbles it backwards. Sorry, hiccup there. Farnworth stopped on the 20. Plenty of tackles remaining. So now with Flegler, Dolphins are going to be cleaner in possession here. Just set up a bit of shape down that right-hand side. But they will go left to Nicarima. Switch back to Herbie Farnworth. Stepping back towards centre field. Offloads it to Flegler. Bit of space through the middle here. Was looking for an offload there. And he loses possession. Dolphins, you're actually getting on my nerves, actually. You are actually getting on my nerves. Shibasaki with a carry up towards the 10 and just over it. Tries to offload it. I don't know why. You had at least 2 tackles to go. Take the tackle and let Katoa call some shape. And Willison He's done the full half here, actually, Willison. With a carry up towards the 30. Oh, that's not Willison, sorry, that's Taffer. My bad. Ricky, over the 40. 3 minutes 35 to go. Last tackle for the Broncos, short side right to Reynolds. Drills this one low. Couple bounces here. Over the 20. Collected 15 out from Hauso Tabai Fidel. 3.5 minutes to go. So let's see if the Dolphins can equalise or take the lead before half time. Nicarima, now with Cobbo. Up towards the 30. Lands on his front. Gets a quick play the ball for Plath. Good meters here. Across to Tabai Fidel. Then Isako. Over the 40 and a few extra meters as well. 3 minutes to go. 3 tackles as well. Avarillo will scoot from dummy half and hands it off to Finifeyuaki up towards the 40 inside Broncos territory. 2 tackles to go as well. Really good meters on this set from the Dolphins. In centre field with Stone. Across to Katoa. Now Nicarima. Goes at the line himself. Nearly breaks through. Good defence there. Just over 20 metres out. Last tackle. 2 minutes 40 to go. 63 metres made. Katoa with a chip. As cool as you like. Left of the post. Walsh goes up. So does Cobbo. It's collected by Marin and bobbles it. Does gather possession over the 10. Finds a break as well. Katoa is chasing. Farnworth's trying to get across as well. Isako's there to stop him on the 40. 2 minutes 20 seconds to go. Fresh set for the Broncos. 40 metres out. In centre field with Mam. Goes at the line. Flat ball. Chance here for Tarfa. Offloads it back inside. Knock on. That's a huge mess up there from the Broncos. That should have been a try all day long. Damn, 2 minutes to go. Fresh set of 6 for the Dolphins. Up towards their own 40 with Lemuelu. Molo with the latest carry up towards halfway and just over it. Gets an offload for Plath as well. He hands the ball off to Avarillo down the right edge. Hands it off to Finifeyuaki. Good meters. 35 metres out. 1.5 minutes to go. 4 tackles remaining in this set for the Dolphins. Centre field with Flegler. Across to Katoa. Then to Nicarima. Steps back inside. Might have to surrender. And he does on the 30. 1 minute 20 remaining. 3 tackles left for the Dolphins. Plath. Now Flegler through centre field. Stop just shy of the 20. 2 tackles to go. Plath. Stone on his right. Then across to Katoa, slightly wayward. Gets the offload to Avarillo. Hands it off to Isako nice and early. Steps back inside. Offloads the ball out the back. Couple bobbles there. Collected by Finifeyuaki. Strong run. Nearly breaks through the line. 5 out. Last tackle. 55 seconds to go. Plath launches it left to Katoa. Across to Farnworth. Bobbles it. Cuts back towards the right. Chips and chases. Collected by Walsh. And he'll be stopped 5 out from his own try line. Broncos now in possession. 35 seconds to go. Dolphins have had plenty of good territory, but they've not really been clean enough. They've been too erratic for me. They just need to set up on either edge, throw a bit of shape, and sometimes when they have tried to throw something together, it looks half-arsed. So, I want to see them go for like long spreads across the field. 10 seconds to go. 4th tackle for the Broncos. Do they want to go for anything here? Carrigan hands it back inside to Tolty. Stopped on the 30. Last play of the half. Right to Reynolds. They might go for something here. Across to Staggs. With a chip and chase. It is kicked on, but it's into touch. And that is going to be half time. Okay, well that was a decent first half. A lot of back and forth. Great territory for both sides. But yes, I agree there. Rick, a little scrappy for both. Broncos, they've been getting up the field quite well. They look exciting in possession, but the Dolphins just been holding them out long enough. The Dolphins on the last, at the end of sets, they need to be a bit cleaner, in my opinion. And yeah, I think they're forcing a bit too much at times. But yeah, Seabold. Seabulator. Wow, what a headline. Anthony Seabold has been sacked by the Manly Seagulls. After that game yesterday, fair enough. Oh, I need to yawn, sorry. I would say, though, it was the right call. I would say it's the right call. One second, folks. Broncos with a half-time lead. When did that last happen? Could have been years ago, honestly. Could have been years. So the last 20, when the Broncos shine, they usually hit the comeback king button. Nice to be in front for a change. Yeah, we will see. I do think the Dolphins will still have something to say with the scoreline. Could he be next Hull KR coach? I wouldn't want him as the Warrington coach, so I don't think Hull KR should have him. But actually, yes, Hull KR should have him. He'd probably be fine, because like a lot of NRL coaches, they come over and they improve teams. So he'd probably be fine, actually, but I don't want him as Warrington head coach. But we'll see. He could be an option. He could be. Or maybe take a bit of time off. I know he did some... I think when he lost a job a couple of years back, he did some more work with analysis. With broadcasters. And then took a job at the Seagulls, I think. But he could possibly look at a job for the London Broncos, because Jason Demetriou is their head coach currently. The Broncos might come up to Super League next year. And then I think Jason Demetriou has 1 year left of his contract after that. So he might stay, or might just give the Broncos 1 year of stability in Super League off the back of a championship season. And then Seabold might have an opportunity to take over for the Broncos, the London Broncos. Possibly. Seabold also got sacked from the Broncos. When was this? How long ago was that? He's much better at the game and tactics and speaks well on TV. Maybe an assistant coach, but never a main coach again. Maybe not. Maybe not. I'm not sure what kind of job Demetriou would get as well. Where's Des Hasler these days as well? What's he up to? Is he retired or is he working somewhere? Because he was at the Seagulls, then went to the Titans, then he left the Titans. Near perfect time in NRL, maybe 5 minutes too early. Good Mythical Morning makes a great half-time viewing. I've not watched Good Mythical Morning for a decade at least. I've not watched that for such a long time. What a throwback that is. Damn. Okay. Missing out. I always used to like it. I just don't know why. I don't know why I stopped watching it. I stopped watching a lot of stuff really, but better than ever, really? Okay. I miss a lot of stuff from like 2013, 2014. I miss a lot of stuff from back then. But I'll put a poll up actually. I think I know where this is going to go before I even post this. Okay. New poll in the chat. Let me know your thoughts. Seabold was sacked or stood down in August 2020. Okay. From the Broncos. Right. And then it was Kevin Walters that took over in 2021, was it? And that was the year the Broncos just turned into an elite side. Or was that 2022? It was one of those. '23 we got to the grand final. Oh, it was 23. Was it not a year or two earlier where you guys were Still great. 2020 wooden spoon. Which year was it? I'm sure it was 21 when you guys were right up there. Let's have a look. No, definitely wasn't 21. 22 was 9th. Was Flegler there in 23? Is it? I thought it was even further back. I must be thinking of 23 then. I must have been. Silly me. Wow, the Tigers are up to 3rd. The West Tigers are up to 3rd. So there's a poll in the live stream chat. 16 votes, 81% say the Broncos will win from this point on. 2020 wooden spoon. You love to see it. But yeah, if you've got any thoughts on the or predictions for the second half, let me know. Let me know what you're thinking. I think this is anyone's game right now. I do think the Broncos have been cleaner in possession, and that would help them out. Plus, they typically have better second halves anyway. A couple of weeks ago, they had episode 3000. Jesus. Bloody hell. We've still got another 5 to 10 minutes to go until the second half starts. I kind of want this game to get underway soon. Quick stat, we've not been leading at half-time since round 27 last year. Oh dear. Let's actually have a look at the stats for this game. And a reminder, so far we've got 13 plus from the Roosters and from the West Tigers. I've been wrong with both games so far, and wrong with the only Super League game so far this weekend. Great start. Possession is 50-50. Dolphins have had more time in possession by 14 seconds. 79% completion from the Broncos, 80 from the Dolphins. A few more runs and a few more meters, few more post-contact meters from the Dolphins. 3 line breaks to 2 for the Broncos. Same number of tackle breaks and therefore missed tackles. Average set distance has been high for the Dolphins, which I have noticed. Kick return meters high for the Broncos. Quicker play the balls, 3.23 seconds for the Broncos. That's pretty good. 8 offloads for the Dolphins, for the Broncos 2. So they need to clean up the offloads in the second half. Restrict that less. Or restrict that more, I should say. More kicks for the Broncos, more meters. 4 bombs each. 3 grubbers from the Broncos, 1 from the Dolphins. Tackle efficiency, 81.86 for the Broncos. 86.7 for the Dolphins. Less tackles for the Broncos. Oh, there's actually more missed tackles from the Broncos there, apparently. More ineffective tackles as well. 6 errors each. Dolphins conceded 1 more penalty. 1 less ruck infringement as well. 1 player on report as well. So, it has been quite close across the board. Staggs with a try after 3 minutes. Reynolds with another, and then Isako answering back. Reynolds and Isako converting their own tries. But it is a close game. 2020 started hot. Looked amazing. COVID hit and they forgot how to play. Excuse me. That is unfortunate. Missing Haas, but no excuse. True. I don't think he's been the bulldozing prop that we're used to. But he's still putting in good shifts each week. But yeah, it's a good effort through the middle. Willison's a big body anyway. I think Tarfa, they've looked good off the bench too. So there's some good options in the forwards for the Broncos. It is 10 a.m. I just want to get back underway with this game. I just want to get going. Looking at the poll, 40 votes, 70 or 41 votes, 78% say the Broncos will win. Understandable. They have the lead. They're normally better in the second half. They've looked like the better team so far. The Dolphins, as I said before, just need to clean things up. They just need to be a little bit cleaner for a small stint. But the Broncos, they can come out with energy. And they can really put the foot down and start running away with games. So if the Broncos did actually run away with this in the second half, I wouldn't be surprised. But the Dolphins, I think they've got to match the energy nice and early, and then they've got to put some clean sets together in defence and in possession. $9 p.m. here. Ooh. Friday, of course. We've got a few horse. A few horse to back from the future for you, mate. Do you mean horse or hours? That sentence is not computing in my brain, unfortunately. Horses, right. Appreciated. Sometimes I read messages in the chat and it's a perfectly well-constructed sentence and my brain just isn't computing. I can read, I promise you I can read. But it just did not compute. That or the lotto numbers. Whichever's fine. Preferably the lotto numbers would be great. If you could find out the Euro Millions... Pretty sure Australia does not compete in the Euro... Does not take part in the Euro Millions. But if you could at least find them out and then let me know. Could be a few $100 million for that. This will be an interesting second half. But the Broncos started much better. Good energy. Good meters from the Dolphins, though. So... Dolphins making more meters. Look like they're able to get up the field a little bit more easily. But the Broncos look a bit more... What's the word? Cohesive, could you say? In possession. That would set us up. Pays better than Yankee dollars? Absolutely. We could buy the Yankees. Actually, could we? It's probably like $1 billion sports team, actually, the Yankees. If I won the Euro Millions, I think I'd just buy Super League and then I'd just run it how I'd want to. Why not? Sort of happy with Broncos' defence, although they sacked their defence coach this week, did they? Who was the defensive coach? Ben Teo. Okay. Interesting. It may have worked out. Do you know who's taking over the responsibilities now? And the teams are coming back out. Herbie Farnworth. Go on, lad. A former State of Origin and Union defensive coach. Okay. Was that Ben or is that someone else that's taking over? Oh, so he was a former State of Origin and Union defensive coach. Right, okay. Well, that's a interesting loss, because you'd think on that CV he'd be alright. Not named one yet. Okay. Both teams back out onto the field. I'll end this poll. 64 votes, 77% say the Broncos will win this one. Or it ended with 65... 3-1 in favour of the Broncos. Okay, folks. Any second now, I'll get back underway for the second half. That is true. It's hard to get rid of a coach that's just helped you win a grand final. So the second half, folks, is underway. The Broncos will kick to the Dolphins towards the back right, collected in goal. And it's going to be Francis Mola with a barreling run. Lands on his front. Oh, he's not good. He's not in a good way. I thought he was down because he was hitting the head on the way through, but he actually just lost it. Are they challenging? They're challenging. Oh my god. You can tell that he knows he's lost it, so why are they challenging it? What is the point? What an absolute waste. Who's made that call? Who has made that call? That is so stupid. Oh my God. You've gifted possession away and you've just lost a challenge for no reason. You've just had a 15-minute break, so it's not for a quick breather. That's so stupid, honestly. Broncos with a scrum 15 metres out. Left to Reynolds in centre field. Fakes the switch back to Carrigan. Then to Walsh. Bit of room to run. Just shy of the 10. Over on the left-hand side. Plays it for Pakes. So they've just gifted territory away to the Broncos. 45 seconds gone in the second half. Tolty plays it for Pakes. Now with Carrigan. Switches back to Willison. Sorry, it's not Willison, it's Tarfer. They've got the same kind of build and haircut. That's just caught me off guard, sorry. Pakes right to Reynolds. Then to Mam. Doesn't hand the ball off, just takes a carry. Over the 10, 1 minute gone. 2 tackles remaining near the right touchline with Pakes now at dummy half. Goes left to Reynolds. Across to Walsh. Steps again through the line. Good effort there from Reece Walsh. Last tackle in front of the left post. 5 out. Pakes goes right to Reynolds. Kicks the ball through. Tabai Fidau is there. Just collects cleanly enough in goal. Tries to get over the try line, but Dean Mariner is there to help out Katoni Staggs and keep him pinned back in the in-goal area. So this will be a goal line dropout. Dolphins could choose to go short here. Well done, Tabai Fidau, for collecting that one cleanly. Bit of an awkward bounce there. That was really well taken. He's not happy about something, talking to Klein about something there. So nearly 2 minutes gone. Katoa will go short. Big recovery here for the Dolphins if they can get it. And it's a knock-on from the Dolphins. Broncos now 15 metres out. 2 minutes gone in the second half. Reynolds plays it for Pakes near the right touchline. Left to Walsh. Launches it across to Mam. Goes wayward out the back. Piacora has to collect it. They lose quite a bit of ground there. Takes it back over the 30. Piacora plays it for Mam. Fakes short side left but goes right to Tolty. Back up towards the 20 in centre field. Gets an offload for Carrigan. Left to Mam. Goes at the line. Stopped just short of the 10 over on the left hand side. 2.5 minutes gone. 3 tackles to go for the Broncos. Walsh back towards the middle to Pakes. Now Carrigan. Switches back to Taffa. 15 out between the sticks. 2 tackles left. Pakes. Right to Reynolds. Switch back to Ricky. Over the 10. 5 out right at the posts. Pakes. Now Reynolds. Flat ball to Tolty. Gets the flick on to Reynolds. What an offload. What an offload that is from Tolty. Did he even mean that? Well, I think he mostly hoped that would happen rather than meaning it, but you never know. Walsh will go in for a try. Only a few minutes gone. Early error from the Dolphins. They challenge it for God knows what reason. They go short from a dropout after that. They knock on. Broncos with early pressure. This will be 16-6 in the second. Easy walk in for Walsh then. Let's have a look at that offload again. Great flick on. Great flick on. I'm not done a trumpet yet. Whee. So, it's only an 8-point lead at the moment. The try was in front of the sticks, basically. So, try's confirmed. This will be 16-6 very soon. Walsh so far, 1 try, 1 line break, 8 tackle bust and 86 metres. He's just getting a bit of treatment on his ankle here. Reynolds to add the extras. The kick is good. That was a Benji special. The no-look flick on. He's just chucking it anywhere. Dolphins suck. Well, they have a bit in some areas of this game. 4.5 minutes gone. See, I did say before as well, I wouldn't be surprised if the Broncos run away with this one, but the Dolphins, they need to clean up. 4.5 gone, and we are back underway. They'll kick towards the back left for the Broncos. Collected on the 10 by Walsh. Hands it off to Tarfer. And he'll take this 15 out from his own try line over near the right-hand side of the park. Or near the right touchline. Tony Staggs with a carry over the 20. With Pakes waiting at dummy half. Ricky looking for the next carry. Straightens up, pumping his legs. Good meters. Over the 30. Nearly 5 minutes gone. 3 tackles to go for the Broncos. Pakes left to Carrigan. Up towards the 40. Good meters here from Brisbane. Good meters. Left to Tarfer. Now Walsh. Switch back to Piacora. Up towards halfway. Last tackle coming up. Decent set here. Up towards the halfway line. Left to Walsh. Puts boot to ball. A lot of height on this one. It's going to be Isako underneath it. Collects cleanly. And it's going to be Shibasaki that tackles him immediately. 15 out of his own line. Katoa gives it to Avarillo. He'll carry this just over the 20. 5.5 minutes gone. Second tackle. Hamaso Tabai Fidao hands it off to Cobbo. Bumps off one defender. Only makes a couple extra meters though. 3 tackles remaining. Plath. Now Farmworth. Looking lively. Space behind the ruck. Possible high shot there. But it's not given against Pakes. It's right to Flegler. Up towards the halfway line. Really good carry there. Last tackle. 6 minutes gone. Plath. Now with Isaiah Katoa. Kicks on the last. This will go straight into the hands of Walsh. Collects it cleanly on his own 10. Over the 20. Now 25 out from his own line. Karapani. Up towards the 30. And just over it as well. Good meters. Second tackle. Ezra Mam. Now Reynolds. Going to carry this himself probably. Stopped a few meters shy of the 40. 6.5 minutes gone in the second half so far. Mariner with a carry down the right-hand side inside Dolphins territory. 2 tackles to go. Pakes. Left to Carrigan. Then right to Tony Staggs. Spins up towards the 30. Good meters here from the Broncos. Pakes. Off the back of a quick play the ball. Left to Reynolds. Chip towards the back right. Tabai Fidao goes up. Collects it cleanly. And comes down with it. 7 minutes gone. Cobbo with the first carry up towards the 20. Second tackle, plays it for Plath. Now Isako. Cutting towards the right. Not really getting anywhere there. Look for an offload. Gets one back to Plath. That's alright. Up towards the 30. So off the back of the offload, they make some good meters. 3 tackles remaining. Tabai Fidao. Left to Farmworth. Up towards the 40. 2 tackles remaining. They could end up just inside Broncos territory. And a 6 again for ruck infringement. That is a killer against the Broncos again. But the Dolphins have to do something off the back of this. Sustain pressure at the very least. Or repeat sets. Stone with a carry. Now on the Broncos 40. Nearly 8 minutes gone. 4 tackles to go in this set as well. Plays it for Plath in centre field. Left to Isaiah Katoa. Goes at the line across to Nikarima. He goes at the line himself as well. Was looking for an offload for a second then. But that's 8 minutes gone. 3 tackles remaining. Flegler through centre field up towards the Broncos 20. Look for an offload. Gets one to Molo. Right to Katoa. Steps off his right foot twice. Steps again. Tries to find some more space through the centre field. And they are 15 metres out. 2 tackles to go. Plath left to Nikarima. Goes at the line inside the 10. Gets an offload to Plath. Goes at the line himself. Can he crash over? Plath might have touched it down. There is also a good chance the Broncos held him up. This is very close. No try given on field, but the bunker will check. Either way, this will be last tackle on the 10 if he's held up. I don't think he's lost it. Let's see. Oh, that is so... The ball was like an inch from the line. So close. Yeah, true. True, mate. You can't just gift territory and possession away. 8.5 minutes gone. Last tackle for the Dolphins. Right to Flegler. Then to Katoa. Flat ball to Finifeyuaki. So we're not trying to be expansive. Really? Okay. Quit after an argument with Madge. Okay, fair enough. So Broncos on their own 10. Walsh gives it to Katoni Staggs. And he's going to be pushed back a few metres. 5 metres out from his own try line. Pakes. Now Shibasaki. Over the 10. And that is 10 minutes gone. Or sorry, 9 minutes gone in the second half so far. Oof, Willison with the next carry. Strong shot from Flegler. 15 out from their own line. 3 tackles to go. Dolphins doing well to restrict metres here. Now over the 20 with Tolte. Just shy of the 30. Landing on his front as well. That's good for them. Carrigan with a strong run into Francis Molo. Last tackle. But well done, Dolphins. Only allowing 26 metres here. Walsh with a long kick down the left-hand side of the park. Really good. But this might go out for a 20-metre tap, 7-tackle set. And it does. It does. He knows how to belt the ball, does Reece Walsh. But a bit too much on that one. So Tabai out will tap. Hands it off to Cobbo. And he'll take a carry up towards a 30. Good carry there, pumping his legs. So now a fresh set. Broncos can't afford to give away 6 again off the back of a 7-tackle set here. Isako, possible high shot there, and it is a penalty. Gifting territory away. Once, if and when the Dolphins start clicking, this is going to kill the Broncos. But they'll start a fresh set 45 metres out. Ben Hunt hasn't entered the field of play just yet. Going to get a Guinness. Fair enough, honestly. Fair enough. 9 set restarts for the Dolphins. So 40 metres out. Molo plays it for Plath. He goes left to Katoa. Switches back to Lemuelu. Strong run from Lemuelu. Now 25 metres out. Left to centre field. Plath goes right to Stone. Out the back to Katoa, then to Hamso Tabai Fidel. Early ball to Avarillo. Steps back inside, then back towards the touchline. 11 minutes gone, 3 tackles to go. Just 20 metres out now with Tabai Fidel. Now Katoa, across to Flegler, straightens up. 15 out in centre field. 11 minutes gone in this second half. 4th tackle. Plath goes right to Katoa. Out the back to Tabai Fidel. Flicks it on. Avarillo across to Isako in the corner. Steps back inside, 5 metres out. Last tackle, Avarillo. Now with Tabai Fidel. Then Katoa goes at the line, kicks through towards a post. Ricky collects. Can he get out of the in-goal area? Yes, he can. Tackled by Tabai Fidel just short of his own 10. Good recovery from Jordan Ricky. 28.5 minutes to go in this first half. Shibasaki brought down on the 10. Yeah, too many easy meters. I wholeheartedly agree with that statement. Mariner with a carry just short of his own 20. 3 tackles to go. Staggs over the 20 down the right edge of the park. Pumping his legs up towards the 30. Good meters. 2 tackles to go. 12 minutes gone in the second half. Willison stopped just short of the 40. Last tackle coming up for Brisbane. Pakes right to Reynolds. Kicks from the 40 down the right edge. Collected on the full on the 20 by Cobbo. Back towards the 10. Back over the 20. Down the left edge, bit of space to run. Bumps off one up towards the 30. And Ben Hunt is now on the field. Tabai Fidel. So there's Pakes and Hunt both on the field together. Interesting. Okay. Plath. Right to Isako. Over the 40. Gets an offload for Plath. He spins up towards halfway. 3 tackles to go for the Dolphins. Tabai Fidel right to Farnworth. Up towards the 40 and gets an offload back to Tabai Fidel. Now with Flegler. Good meters again from the Dolphins. 2 tackles to go. 13 minutes gone. Plays it for Plath. Centre field with Katoa. Across to Nicarima. Reynolds jamming out the line. Gets a hold of him, but he gets an offload. Katoa now tabbed by Fidel. Wants a switch back from Finifeyuaki. Over the 30, last tackle coming up. Likely just to be a kick. Probably towards the back left here. Avarillo. Left to Katoa. chips it towards the posts. Tabai is there, goes up, collects it, comes down with it. Was he tackled in the air? Yes, he was. That's a penalty for the Dolphins. He did beat Walsh for that one, but Walsh wrapped him up mid-air, unfortunately, and that is another penalty for the Dolphins. At some point, the Dolphins might just have to start going for twos and see if they can make the comeback through that. But nearly 14 minutes gone. Plath will tap on the 10 in a second. Just more pressure building for the Dolphins. They need to actually find some points, though. Still 26 minutes to go, plenty of time, but they don't want to not find points here and then the Broncos go up the other end of the park and score. Finifeuaki between the sticks, 5 metres out. We'll play this for Plath in a second. Plath goes left to Knowles. Straightens up. He's a few metres shy left of the posts. 3 tackles remaining. Plath right to Flegler. Then to Katoa. Across to Avarillo trying to get around Shibasaki. Such a good defensive centre though, Shibasaki. Plays it for Isako. 10 out. 2 tackles to go. Now with Katoa, hands it off to Stone. They've got to put some shape together here down that left-hand side. Spread the ball. Last tackle. 10 metres out with Flegler. Reynolds jamming out the line. He's shutting this down. Plath across to Tabai Fidel. Down the right-hand side. Offloads it to Finifeuaki. Gets it back off to Avarillo. Kicks through. Chases. Ricky's there again. And he takes it over the dead ball line. Mate, it's Adam Reynolds is jamming out the line. It's the same kind of play, the same shape, the same block shape every time. And Reynolds is reading it. And they don't go out the back. They have to turn back around and start throwing the ball around off the cuff. And the Broncos are settled in defence. So the defence is looking solid here from Brisbane. Long drop out from Reynolds. Collecting on the full on the 40. The Plath playing for the Finns is the son of the famous John Plath that played for the Broncos. I'm not aware of Mr. Plath, I'll be honest. Depends how long ago he played. But I'm not aware of him. But fair enough. There's a lot of plenty of young players in the game. Saylor, Campbell, Plath, as you say. There's another one, but I couldn't quite think of him. But there's an offload here for Plath. Takes it up towards a 10. 24 minutes to go. 3 tackles left for the Dolphins. Knowles, left to Katoa. Wayward ball. Quick hands across from Farnworth to Cobbo. Has to cut back inside. Dolphins 6 or 7 metres out near the left touchline. Farnworth cutting back towards the middle. Offloads it to Nikorima. Flat ball to Flegler. Gets an offload back to Nikorima. Wayward taps it on to Tabai Fidel. This is poor in attack from the Dolphins. This is really bad. Tabai Fidel stopped on the 20. Last tackle. Plays it for Plath. Right to Katoa. Chips just right at the posts. Walsh goes up, collects it cleanly, comes down on the 10. Yeah, Dolphins have been poor in possession. This is not good enough. This is not good enough. 23 minutes and 15 seconds to go. Second tackle for Brisbane. At the very least, the Dolphins are restricting metres here. It's with Katoni Staggs next up. Reese gets one. Can we have a trumpet? Sure, why not? Catch. Up towards the 20. 23 minutes to go. 2 tackles remaining. Left to Hunt. Then across to Mam. Goes at the line. Stopped on the 30. So the Dolphins are doing really well to restrict metres. Like, really, really well. And they're getting in good attacking positions. But they're not moving the ball around cleanly enough. That's a great kick from Reynolds. That's an excellent kick. That's not going to find the dead ball line either. Cobbo collects it in goal. What a kick from Reynolds. Honestly, this might change momentum right here, right now. 22.5 minutes to go. Isako, now Tabai Fidel. Dolphins, they're going to have to get back up the field, and I don't think they will. Unless, well, maybe they do. Yeah, let's not give away penalties or 6 agains, but, you know, we say that, but we'll have to see. 3 tackles to go. Farnworth nearly loses the ball. Regathers it just before the 40. 22 to go. Plath with a scoot from dummy half. Up towards halfway. Plays it for Knowles. Up towards halfway on the last play. Katoa with a kick. Towards the right for Karapani. Goes up, collects cleanly. Stopped on the 20. Shibasaki cutting back towards centre field. Makes some good meters there. Good post-contact meters. Second tackle. Reynolds waiting at dummy half. Now with Mariner. Over the 30. Now about 35 out from his own line. 21.5 minutes to go. 3 tackles remaining. Jensen. Over the 40. 2 tackles to go for the Broncos. Nearly into the final quarter. Hunt left to Carrigan. Across to Mam. Away without the back. That is an awful ball from Ezra Mam. Picked up by Avarillo. And that is such a cheap try to concede. Oh my god. I will say the Dolphins have been restricting meters really well for the last 5, 10, maybe 15 minutes. They've done a great job defensively. But they've been so poor in attack. And then all of a sudden, Mam tries to chuck the ball out the back. It is wayward for Walsh. And Avarillo just picks it up and goes in. They've just gifted a try. The Dolphins have looked really poor offensively so far in this half. And it's going to be a 4-point game. That could knock the Broncos' confidence and the Dolphins could feed off that. That is such a cheap try to give away. You've been so good in defence as well. Nearly into the final quarter. Even Rabbitohs fans happy with that. Jack Bostock, honestly, he was so good for the Dolphins. I don't know if or when he's going to play again. But I feel like he could probably start for somebody. Surely he could start for someone. Check Mum's footy betting records this week. Yeah, better have a look. So, we're into the final quarter of the game. Oh, we've got 99 people in here. Howdy, folks. Trumpet for you guys. Wee. Isako in front of the posts will add the extras. It is now 16-12 for the Broncos. 19 minutes and 34 seconds remaining in this game. Plenty of time for a lot to happen. So we'll get back underway in a second. The game is on. The game is on. Is that heating on? Yes, it is, but I am cold. I'm actually cold. That heating's been on all game. Okay, Walsh to kick off in a second. And we're back underway. He'll kick towards the back right. So 3 tries for the Broncos, 2 for the Dolphins. It's going to be Gilbert with the first carry of this fresh set for the Dolphins off the back of a try. Plath now with Lemuelu up towards the 20. So yeah, for meters, the Dolphins are getting up the park quite well, and recently they've been restricting meters very well too. So in terms of territory, they've got the momentum, but offensively, they're just not putting it together. Defensively, the Broncos have been quality as well. 19 minutes to go, 2 tackles remaining. Plath goes right to Finifayuaki. He's had a lot of strong runs today. Kulakefu. Last tackle on the 40, right to Katoa. Kicks down the right edge. Karapani underneath it, collects 15 out from his own line. Comes back towards centre field, over the 20, and a few extra metres as well. Good stuff from Josiah Karapani. And he'll play this 25 out from his own line. 18.5 minutes to go. Reynolds, right to Walsh. Switches back to Mariner. Up towards the 30. Oh, that was nearly an incorrect play of the ball then. There was a bit of a slip out of his hands, I think, then. That was very nearly a knock-on. Very nearly. 18 minutes, 10 seconds to go. Jensen with a carry down the left edge. Stopped just shy of halfway. 2 tackles to go. Hunt, right to Willison. Up towards the Dolphins, 40. Good meters here from the Broncos. You sound like a massive Broncos fan, do I? Do I? Underneath it is Cobbo, knocks on. Mistake in goal. I did back the Dolphins to win. I don't think I've pick one side over the other. In terms of commentary. But I backed the Dolphins to win. 17.5 minutes to go. Dolphins might go short here. And they do. Can they collect it this time? And there's a knock-on from Farnworth. Gilbert was saying it's backwards. So you don't have a challenge, by the way, lads, because you wasted it on something that was very clearly a knock-on after the first play of the second half. Plus, the ref would have said that's just straight down anyway. So, pointless. Scrum for the Broncos. 15 metres out. Hunt goes right to Staggs. So still 15 out over on the right-hand side of the park. Plays it for Mariner. Left to Hunt. Now Jensen. Up towards the 10. 16.5 minutes to go. Second tackle, 10 metres out between the sticks. Hunt goes left to Reynolds. Switches back to Piacora. 5 metres out. Left of the posts. 3 tackles remaining. Hunt launches it right to Reynolds. Goes at the line himself. Already scored one today. 16 minutes to go. 2 tackles remaining for the Broncos. Hunt launches it right to Walsh. Goes at the line. Stopped on the 10. Last tackle. Good defence so far from the Dolphins. Last play of the set. Plays it on the 10. Hunt goes left to Reynolds in centre field. Across to Mam. Goes at the line. Could have maybe Grubber kicked the ball through there. Avarillo is hit high, or there's high contact. Accidentally, of course. Hopefully he's alright. I think Kinetic is the best of the very non-biased. Thank you very much, sir. And good folks, if you get a chance and like the stream, chuck a like, helps the chap out. Thank you very much. Yeah, likes on the live stream does help to get it out there to more people. We've got 100 people here at the moment. What would be nice is, I think I hit 920 for State of Origin Game 2 last year. I hit 800 for Game 3. About 97,000 views in total for State of Origin. If I could get over 1,000 for that, that'd be crazy. Cobbo with a carry up towards the 30. 15 minutes, 20 seconds to go. Hi, mate. Heard about Wakey signing Roger Tuivasa-Sheck. Do you think it'd be a good signing? Absolutely, Callum. That would be a quality signing. I'd play him at fullback as well. I don't know. You'd lose out on Jowett unless he goes into the halves, but I think he should be at fullback. You can't waste him on the wing. He'd be good on the wing anyway, or at centre. Centre might be a great option, actually. But, yeah, fullback or centre for Tuivasa-Sheck. Kick on the last from the Dolphins. Karapani collects it in front of his own 10. And he'll return this just shy of the 20. We've got 14 minutes and 40 seconds to go. Oh, yeah, I saw that in the Discord, but I've not watched the video. Thank you for that, Snortle. Thank you very much, sir. Greatly appreciated. 14.5 to go. Broncos in possession. Second tackle. 25 out from their own line. Dean Mariner with a carry over the 30. Over the Eels for the morning. Early start. Very early start. And it's going to be Carrigan with the latest carry. 2 tackles remaining. In centre field with Hunt. Across to Reynolds. Now Walsh. Good meters down the right-hand side. Staggs gets an offload. Half a break here for Mariner, who slips over when he cuts back inside. 14 minutes to go. Last tackle for the Broncos. Made good meters on this set. Walsh with a kick on the last. A circle underneath it. Collects it cleanly on the 10. Met immediately by Xavier Willison. And he's dragged back 5 metres out from his own line. You doing streams for games later? If so, which ones? They originally weren't in the stream schedule, Callum. Because I was out. I'm no longer out, so I might do a dual stream. I'll decide later on whether I do it or not. So I originally wasn't going to do the games, but I might do a dual stream. 13 minutes and 20 seconds to go. 3 tackles in this set for the Dolphins on their own 30. Fidafayaki with the next carry. Dragging more defenders again. Great carry up towards a 40. He's been great today. Really giving it to each other now. They really are. Knowles across to Nicarima. Then to Tabai Fidel. Might have the numbers here. Cobbo Cuts back inside up towards the 40 near the left touchline. Gets an offload. Collected by Tabai Fidel. Knocks it backwards. Collected by Reynolds. Dolphins. What are you doing? Willison with a carry. Inside Dolphins territory. 12 minutes and 40 seconds remaining. Second tackle. Now with Walsh. Then to Mam. Wrapped up 45 out. Then he gets an offload for Walsh. He makes up another 10 metres at least. Couple steps. And he'll be stopped just shy of the 30. 12 minutes, 20 seconds to go. 3 tackles remaining. Hunt. Left to Jensen. 20 metres out. See, if Broncos get a penalty, would they go for 2? That's the question. Left to Mam. Kick through. Picked up by Tabai Fidel. Has he got room to run? Nearly. Could have been a break there. 12 minutes remaining. Fresh set of 6 for the Dolphins on their own 10. If you can't make Wigan versus St Helens next week, come here. Maybe. Maybe. Offload for the Dolphins. Plath hands it off. It's now with Avarillo on the 20. Still going, just shy of the 30. 3 tackles remaining for the Dolphins. Farnworth, couple steps. Up towards the 40 and just over it. 11.5 minutes to go. 2 tackles remaining. It's now with Gilbert. Inside Broncos territory, just shy of the 40. Last one for the Dolphins. 52 metres made on this. Knowles goes left to Nicarima. Kicks on the last towards the back left. Mariner underneath it. Not really any pressure on him. And a penalty for the Dolphins. Carrigan giving away the penalty. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh. I think it was just a loose arm there from... Yeah. Late shot on Nicarima and just sticking an arm out. No attempt to wrap. Okay, fresh set of 6 for the Dolphins. 11 minutes to go. They'll be 10 metres out. They've applied so much pressure in this half. But they need to move the ball around much more cleanly here. Broncos with a lot of work to do on the goal line. In centre field with Katoa. Across to Knowles. Flat ball to Finifeuaki. Second tackle inside the 10, just right at the post. Plath will go left to Knowles, across to Katoa. Switches back to Lemuelu. Oh, he was looking for an offload for a second then. Stopped on the 10. 10.5 to go. Plath launches it right to Knowles. Then across to Katoa. Across to Avarillo. Slips over as he tries to step back inside. 2 tackles to go just inside the 10. Back towards the middle to Katoa. Takes a carry himself. 6 metres out in front of the right post. Last play, 10 minutes to go. Right to Tabai Fidel. Flat ball across to Avarillo. Needs an offload. Gets it to Isako. Is it forward though? I think he found touch anyway. Or maybe it was okay, the pass, but another Guinness for you. Fair enough. I think it was forwards. I know it bounced forwards, but the initial offload I think was okay. 9 minutes 40 to go. Brisbane will have possession 10 metres out from their own line. Looking at the Broncos coaching staff, the head coach, Coach Wigan, and the assistant played for Wigan. All right. Fair dues. This is too close yet. Too close to call, really. 9.5 to go. If the Broncos score next, I think that is game over. Because I am struggling to see the Dolphins actually score another try. 9 minutes 20 remaining. Ricky with a carry over the 20. Now 25 out from his own line. 3 tackles to go. Up towards the 30. Pakes. Left to Carrigan. Then Walsh. Need to yawn again. Sorry. Shibasaki. Good meters. Just shy of the 40. Pakes. Hands it off to Carrigan. 9 minutes to go. Up towards halfway. Last tackle coming up. Pakes goes right to Reynolds. Kicks from just inside Dolphins half. Plenty of height on this one. Cobbo underneath it. Collects cleanly. Met immediately by Jordan Ricky. 8 minutes, 40 seconds to go. Tab by Fidel. They could do with him getting a bit of space. They really could. With a sweeping run towards the edges. 8.5 left. Plath, right to Asako. Up towards the 30. 3 tackles remaining. Plays it for Plath. Goes right to Finifayuaki. Another strong carry over the 40. Oh, he looks in a bit of pain there. Gets up and plays it though. Right to Avarillo. Over halfway. Last tackle coming up for the Dolphins. They need a good kick here. I've not been a huge fan of some of the kicks from Katoa here, but they go for a spread. Katoa, across to Nikarima. Kick through from Farnworth. He chases as well. Staggs will cordon him off. Collected by Walsh. Runs up towards the 30. Yeah, some of the kicks from Katoa on the last have not been placed very well. They've been coming down on the 20 pretty much. Not really many good chases as well. And they're not placed into the corners, so that's not helped. 7 minutes, 40 seconds to go. Jensen with a carry over the 40 for the Broncos. Just shy of halfway. Piakora with a carry down the left edge just inside Dolphins half. 7.5 minutes left. 2 tackles remaining. Carrigan, right to Reynolds. Tries to get an offload there, but he's stopped by Knowles on the 40. Last tackle. 7 minutes, 15 to go. Pakes. Left to Walsh, kicks from 40 metres out. A lot of height on this one. Isako wants this, I think. They're going to let it bounce. Not the right call. Bounces over the head. Don't let the ball bounce. What are you doing? The Dolphins have actually been abysmal today, especially in possession. They've restricted me as well, got up the field. But they've been so poor shifting the ball around. And then you do something stupid like let the ball bounce. Why? What are you doing? This will be 22-12 for the Broncos. That is going to be game over. There is no way, with how poor the Dolphins have been in possession, there's no way they're scoring 2 tries. It's not happening. Broncos have been so good in defence. They've not given the Dolphins anything easy. They've just been grinding it out the last half an hour. An idiot sandwich, Sophia. An idiot sandwich. Ridiculous. Shibasaki with the try. Don't let the ball bounce. Warrington do that all the time. Gets right on my nerves. Commit to the ball. Or stand further away. At the very least, if you're going to just let it bounce. So stupid. There's two Dolphins players there. Tries confirmed. Reynolds to make it 22-12. So 5.5 minutes to go. Dolphins ain't coming back. It's just not happening. I imagine the Dolphins will go short here. God, mate, the Dolphins. So frustrating to watch this game. So 5.5 remaining. I imagine the Dolphins will go short. If they collect it and score a try off the back of a set, collecting it here, then maybe. But, I don't know. They do go short. 45,882 in the crowd. They tap it backwards. It's collected by Nikarima. So, any chance for the Dolphins, they've got to score basically on this set or after a repeat set. Kafusi up towards a 30. 5 minutes and 10 seconds to go. Plath. Right to Katoa. Then to Gilbert. There's been 4 games this weekend. I'm currently wrong with all 4. That's a cracking start, that. 5 minutes to go. Plays for Plath. Left to Katoa. Flat ball to Kafusi. 15 out. 2 tackles remaining. Plath. Right to Knowles in centre field. Out the back to Katoa. Then across to Avarillo, trying to get around Shibasaki. Steps back inside, wrapped up 5 metres out near the right touchline. Last tackle is so good in defence, Shibasaki. Katoa on the last. Chips crossfield. It's coming down on the 10. Knock on from Staggs. Katoa, these kicks are going to be better, mate. Like, so many of his kicks in the end of sets have been pointless. But Staggs with the knock on. So gifting another 6 to the Dolphins. They've got to score on this one. They've got to. We're here for your grand calling, Rob. Not what the future holds. That would be another stream, sir. Yeah, true. Well, I do the predictions videos, but it's not going well so far. Katoa, right to Nikarima. Flat ball to Avarillo. Hospital pass again. 4 minutes to go. It has to be a try on this set. Just has to be. Fidafeuaki. 5 out in front of the left post. Maybe 3 or 4 metres instead. In between the sticks. It's now with Gilbert. Trying to crash over. Stopped in front of the right post. Nearly over the try line. Stopped a metre short. 3 tackles ago. Incorrect play the ball. You idiot. Oh my god. Three and a half minutes to go. You have to score in this set. And then incorrect play the ball. Mate. Thank you, Brett. Very kind of you to say. Thank you, sir. Scrum for the Broncos on their own. 10. What am I on about? Staggs down the right-hand side. 25 out from his own line. 2 minutes 45 to go. It's with Carrigan, who is leading the VB hard-earned index. Fidafeuaki is second, Willison third, Jensen fourth, joint with Ricky. Broncos with 2.5 minutes to go. 3 tackles left on the 30. Left to Hunt. Flat ball to Piakora. Couldn't quite find an offload for Shibasaki there. 2 minutes 20. 2 tackles left. Hunt. Short side left. Nearly a knock on there from Mam. Just collects it on halfway. Last tackle. 2 minutes 10 seconds to go. On halfway with Reynolds. Chips towards the back right. Trying to find touch maybe. Bounces nicely for Cobbo. Offloads it to Farnworth. Couple steps. Could do with an offload here. Across to Tabai Fidau. He'd love a line break. Then to Isako trying to get around Shibasaki. He does. Option on his outside. Finds a break. Flicks it on. Avarillo cuts back inside. Offloads it to Farnworth. 1 minute 45 to go. Farnworth still going. Back to Avarillo. Then across to Cobbo. Couple steps. Steps again. Offloads it to Kafusi. Now across to Fidafeuaki. 35 out from their own line. 1.5 minutes to go. Plath, now with Kafusi through centre field. Just shy of halfway. Plenty of tackles to go, but barely any time. 80 seconds remaining. Katoa, flat ball, line break here, needs support. Knocked on from the Broncos, 6 again. Gilbert in possession. 30 metres out. Broncos going to try and slow down the ruck as much as possible. They won't mind giving away 6 agains here. Knowles in centre field. Up towards the 20. 1 minute to go. Yeah, defence has been quality from the Broncos. Katoa, flat ball to Fidafeuaki. Breaks through the line. One to beat. Ooh, he stopped 2 metres shy of the line. 50 seconds left. And a 6 again. Back towards the middle to Katoa. Across to Knowles. Now Nikarima. Flat ball to Lemuelu. Gets an offload back to Nikarima. Can't kick the ball through. Collected by Mariner. Over the 20. Over the 30. Still going. Over the 40. Stop just short of halfway. That is going to be... That is game over. That is completely and utterly game over. Staggs is still going. Don't do it, Katoni. Don't do it. He's got to do it. Katoni Staggs with a try at the very end of the game. Jesus Christ. The Dolphins deserve that for how poor they've been today. They deserve that. Completely and utterly. But so far, I'm going to be wrong with all 4 games this weekend across NRL and Super League. Well done me. So they go from one end of the field to the other. Dolphins not connecting in possession once again. It's 26-12. No time left on the clock, but they could still get the kick to make it 28-12. Well, I'm very disappointed with the Dolphins. I am very disappointed with the Dolphins. Are they going to go for the 2? Well, you'd imagine they will. Staggs, 2 tries, 6 tackle busts, 17 runs, 166 metres. Not too bad, is it? Not too bad. Just waiting on the conversion now to get the final scoreline from Reynolds. It's taking a bit of time here. It's taking a bit of time. Ooh, Walsh is not in a good way. He's holding his chin. Jaw might be hurting a bit. Oh, it's Jensen. Jensen to go for 2. The kick from Corey Jensen is... Nah, it's no good. It's definitely not. It's definitely not. And with that, it's going to be full time. Okay, folks. 26-12 to the Broncos. Firstly, the defence from Brisbane has been quality today. There was a lot of work they had to do on their own goal line, but they kept out the Dolphins for very, very long periods. The Dolphins got up the field really well, and they applied a lot of pressure, especially in the second half, but the Dolphins just didn't connect well enough in possession. A lot of the same shape, simple block shape out the back. Reynolds was reading it every single time and shutting it down. Then they'd have to chuck the ball around, switch to the opposite side, and they just didn't have a clue. There was no plan off the back of it. The kicks from Katoa were not good enough for me. They weren't finding the corners, and the chase off the back of it was not good enough either. But the Broncos, they grinded out in defence in the second half. The first half, there was enough energy, good enough in defence, good enough in possession. The second half, grinded out in defence, got up the field, and reaped the rewards. So they earned that one. So fair play to the Broncos. But there you have it, folks. There you have it. 100 people still here. Well, folks, I'm going to call it a day there. So, for streams for the rest of the weekend, there's 2 Super League games clashing tonight. I might do a dual stream. I was originally going to miss both, but I'm not sure whether I'm going to do it or not. Tempted, but I'll see. I'm doing every other Super League game on Saturday and Sunday. And then for the NRL, I'm doing... Let me just definitely make sure I get these right. I'm doing the Cowboys vs Storm tomorrow, and then Titans vs Dragons on Sunday. So, a couple more NRL games to go. Plenty of streams on this weekend. But as always, I do want to say thank you very much for stopping by. Where are we at for subs right now? 15,101. Look at that. Thank you very much, folks. Thank you for that. Follow me on TikTok as well, if you want to. I post content over there too. Mostly clips of stuff that's on YouTube, but links to social medias in the description. If you want to become a member, QR code on the screen, or click the link in the description. And if you want to join the NRL Predictions League, there's a link in the description to join the Legs platform as well. Just sign up, pick your winners every week, and the platform will do the rest. And I'll reference the top 10 in the points and profit ladder in the predictions videos every single week. So yeah, first 3 NRL games, I am wrong with all 3 of them. Massively wrong. Right then, I'm going to call it a day. If I don't see you for the rest of the weekend, have a great rest of your weekend. As always, thank you very much for stopping by. One final trumpet. Toodle pip.